If you've ever been told that data governance is important, but somehow it's never properly funded, properly resourced, or prioritized, you're not alone. You're not imagining things. Because executives don't ignore data governance because they don't care about data. They ignore it because of the way it's usually presented to them. Hi, I'm Ash, and this is the Data Governance Office. I have spent nearly a decade working in data governance across global financial and healthcare institutions, environments where regulation is high, complexity is real, and margin for error is low. Over that time, I've seen how governance succeeds, how it stalls, and why it often struggles to gain traction with executives inside complex corporate structures. This channel is for data governance professionals working within complex financial organizations. People who know that the work matters, who are doing the right things, but still finding themselves fighting for attention, time, and influence. If you've ever felt like data governance is treated like paperwork instead of leadership, then welcome to the office. So here's what I've noticed after years of working in this space. Most data governance doesn't fail because the work is wrong. The definitions matter, the lineage matters, the controls matter. But that is not how executives experience this problem. Executives don't come into work thinking about whether a definition is documented or a steward has been assigned. They come in thinking about risk. They're thinking about the decisions that they need to make quickly. They're thinking about whether or not they can trust the numbers presented in front of them, and what happens if they can't. So when governance is framed as a process, documentation, or compliance, it slowly slides down that priority list. Not because the work isn't important, it's because it doesn't help them do their job. Now here's the shift that changes everything. Data governance is not a compliance function. It's a decision-enabling function. When governance is done well, something really interesting happens. Meetings get shorter. The same numbers stop being debated over and over again. Issues are caught earlier before they turn into escalations, and leaders finally gain confidence in what they are seeing. That is not red tape. That's an organization operating with clarity. In financial services, this matters even more. These organizations are complex by design, highly regulated, and deeply interconnected. A single misunderstood data point can ripple across reporting, compliance, and executive decision-making faster than anyone expects. In this environment, data governance is not about perfection. It's about reducing uncertainty. It's about preventing avoidable risk. It's about making sure that leaders are not surprised by their own data. That's why this channel exists. The Data Governance Office is not about teaching tools. There are plenty of tutorials on YouTube for that. It's about learning how to lead data governance like a business function, how to talk about data governance in ways that executives actually hear, how to prioritize the data that truly matters, how to connect your work to outcomes that executives actually care about: trust, confidence, speed, and risk reduction. Because the goal here isn't to do more governance. The goal is to do governance that changes how decisions are made. If you want to become a data governance professional that executives trust, listen to, and rely on, then you are in the right place. Subscribe to the channel and welcome to the Data Governance Office.